Tell me a little bit about CrossFit. If some Martian landed on this planet and you had to explain what CrossFit is to this alien species, what would you tell them it is? Is it a cult? Is it a exercise system? What is CrossFit?
Yeah, I think it's just a exercise methodology that is a little bit probably a little bit more involved than most others. And I think a very important distinction is what I did at the CrossFit Games and what somebody will see when they walk into an affiliate are drastically different. I always said I think it's a little bit unfortunate that they have the same name, because I've had friends watch me compete and they're like, dude, I would love to join CrossFit, but I can't do what you do, so I'm not gonna go. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's the worst reason. Like what you're seeing me do on the competition floor is not what you're gonna see at your local affiliate. But it's a 1 hour start to finish. Hopefully your affiliate takes you through a warm up, strength, conditioning, workout, whatever piece it is, and then a cool down. And it's just hopefully what you're getting in your affiliate is just a well-rounded, functional fitness workout routine that's constantly varied. But yeah, it's 1 hour start to finish. Your gym has a coach that's going to take you through, hopefully show you how to move properly and how to approach the workout properly. And I think most gyms, it's a pretty good investment in terms of equipment alone to open up a gym. So hopefully, the affiliate owners and the coaches are taking that responsibility seriously, because you're affecting people's lives. You have the opportunity to change somebody's life. And I know how intimidated I was my first day walking into a gym. I was 12 years old and I was terrified. Everyone else knew what all the movements were, where the equipment was, all this stuff. I had that when I was 12 when I walked into my first weight room. And then I had it again when I was 22 and I walked into my first CrossFit. You're seeing all these acronyms on the wall and different movements and whatever it was. And I'm like, how does everyone know what everything is? And like everyone already knows each other, and it's incredibly intimidating. But it's like, once you realize that everyone in this gym had their first day at some point, nobody came in knowing what all this stuff was. So it's like, all right, put your pride and ego aside, ask plenty of questions, and you're going to get a kick-ass workout out of it.
What's the culture of CrossFit? Because
in what aspect?
I don't know. It has people in there that are just so into it. Like I just see people that get really hardcore about CrossFit. They love posting their WODs. I mean, like every sport brings a culture alongside of it, right? Whether
So
it's
I think
fighting or gymnastics or.
so. Obviously, I can't speak to anyone else's experience, but I know for myself, I got hooked because there's so many things to work on. There's so many different modalities. There's so many different movements that you can constantly be improving on something. So there's so many different movements that, it's, you can see progress, especially early on, almost on a daily basis. Like, oh, today I got my first handstand push-up. Today I got my first ring muscle, my first squats, and then PRs of, oh, now I got 2, now I got 3 reps, now I got 4 reps. Oh, I went a little bit faster. So you get this daily dose of gratification of progressing and bettering yourself, and then if you're seeing especially if you're seeing the body change. And then I know another big thing for me that was the big appeal was making new friends. So I had stepped away from competitive weightlifting. I had enrolled in university full time, and I didn't drink. I was a couple years older than everyone else in my class. I didn't live on campus. And so as a young adult, I'm like, how the fuck do I make friends? Like, I'm in high school, you're spoiled. You're just plopped in a room with 30 other kids your age. And then in the weightlifting, I have the people in the weight room. But then as a young adult, that I'm like, I don't quite fit in with the college crowd, because, they're all 18. It's their first time living away from home. They're living in dorms and partying. I'm 22, 23 years old, living at home. I don't drink, I don't party. Like, so for myself, it was a really, really hard struggle of how do I make friends as an adult? I honestly was lost, and I was in a very, very low place. And so showing up to the gym and finding other like-minded people was an absolute game changer for me. There was specifically a group of four other, young men that I met that went to the same university as me, and in most cases, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're driven towards finding your limits physically, you're probably more likely to find your limits mentally and all these different avenues. And so for me, the big appeal immediately was the people, of just being like, oh, okay, I'm not alone in this world. I have friends. And then once you get more and more familiar with CrossFit, you start seeing the progressions, and then I got into competing. So that scratched that competitive itch. It just kind of snowballed so quickly. But yeah, I'm willing to bet, it's probably equal parts. The appeal to going to a good affiliate is probably half physical and half just community based.
Yeah. I see, I've had Tim Kennedy on the show before, a famous MMA guy in Green Beret, and he's always posting his WODs, and it's always the same buddies getting after it. And, and I follow some people on IG, and you can see it's just like, there's a real community there that gets built around the intensity of what happens.
Yeah.
And it draws a certain type of person there and a certain type of camaraderie as
Yeah.
well. And it shows.
I mean, it was so cool this year. Like for myself, I train by myself so much, and a lot of the times I love that. But now I'm coaching a young lady, and during the open, my home gym isn't suitable for certain workouts. So we go to a local affiliate, and it was unbelievable seeing the turnout, and it's cool for this gym. They get to see Mal training, and so and then when they watch her at competition, you have that support system now, and showing up for an open workout, and then there's 100 gym members that are there to cheer her on, and it's like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then when she went to the games, and like this girl Mallory O'Brien, she's training at my house every day. Like, she's not going to an affiliate and taking classes, but this gym watched her go through the open, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then now they're watching her go to the game. So they've all met her, they've all seen her perform and all this stuff. And they posted a picture the day before the game started, and it was like just about every member at that gym bought her jersey, and then they all took the time to coordinate to all buy the jerseys, which is no small feat, coordinating 70, 80 people, and then they all took the time and effort to come together to take a group picture, all wearing their jerseys to wish her good luck. And no exaggeration, it brought a tear to my eye. I'm like, you people owe nothing to this girl. Like, you've watched her compete, and like, she's been to your gym and all this stuff, but she now has the support of that entire affiliate, and it's just incredible, seeing that, and any party I go to now, it's all the people at the party are from my home gym. That's where my entire network of friends is from.
The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.